What's up, my dudes? Welcome back to another video on Unity. This time around we will be talking about some monetization options. This will be a two-part video series. In this one we will be talking about Unity ads, and in the next one we will be talking about Google's ad map. Okay. Alright, let's have a quick peek over at Unity. So let's imagine this here is our mobile phone screen, okay? And when we click the show banner ad, it should show us a banner. Okay, the position is currently not important. It can also be at the bottom, at the center of the screen, at the top of the screen. Okay, currently it's on the top of the screen. When we press show interstitial, it will show us an interstitial ad, okay. As you know, the interstitial ad can be skipped or closed anyways. And also for showing the reward ad. And the reward ad cannot be skipped, okay. You have to watch it until it finishes and then you can close it. This will not be difficult, so let's do this. We will install the Unity SDK, Unity Ads SDK actually. We'll have a look on the ads documentation. Then we will implement the code for the banner ads, for the interstitial ads, and for the rewarded video ads. To get started, let's first create a new project. It doesn't matter if you select 3D or 2D, I will go ahead and select 2D. Type your name and create. The first thing we will do, since we are developing for mobile phones, we will switch our platform from PC, Mac and Linux to Android. The steps are similar for Android and iOS, okay. Now we click switch platform and we wait, and we can go ahead and close this. Okay, I have clicked switch platforms and I have clicked Android. Master Fu, where are my ads? Take it easy, my young and foolish student. We have just begun, but the ads will come with time. So the next thing we do, we need to go to our project settings and go to ads, okay. So now we go to edit and then we go to project settings, okay. And then we select here under services, okay. Under services we have ads. So we go under edit, project settings, and then we search services, and then we will find ads. So you will be asked here to select an organization and either create a new project ID. If it's your first time, then you will create one, but I have already set up mine, so I will select mine here. I will link it. Again, it will do its magic. Then we check here one more time if ads is on. Okay, it's important that this here says on. If it's off, just click it to turn it on. Here you will see your current version, the latest available version, your IDs, okay, for Android and iOS. You will have your own, obviously. And also important to enable the test mode, okay, also important, so we enable this one. I will also go ahead and update my ads package. You can do it by clicking this button or by opening the package manager. Okay, it's also important for you to have your packages up to date. Okay, when you see this icon with this arrow pointing up, you will know that there are updates available. So let's go and update this fella. Okay, update to 5.0.10. Let him finish. Don't worry about these errors down here. They may be showing when you are in the process of updating your packages, but they will also go away. Okay, so don't worry. Let's see what else. Okay, this is obviously up to date. Okay, the test framework. Our version control. Now we will go to Unity's ads. Let's just wait for a second. So let's go over to ads. Here they are. It says advertisement. Okay, advertisement. Let's see other versions. Okay, this one is currently active, but we will switch over to 4.0. Okay, okay, good. Let's have a look over to the documentation. Okay, it says also to install the latest version. We have done that. Okay, the next step is to initialize the SDK in Unity. Okay, so here we have some code, and we will simply go ahead, copy this code and paste it over. Okay, paste it over. But Sensei, where can I paste that code? I cannot paste it into the blue. Where to paste it? Yes. Looks like we have forgotten one very crucial step, and that is the creation of game objects. So let's do this now. Let's create ourselves some objects. We will need one empty game object, and I will call it AdManager. Okay. We will also create a script for the AdManager. First we create the folder for the scripts. Now we'll create a new script. Okay, let's call it. Okay. And let's open that script we just created. And let's paste the code here. Let's check if everything is correct. Don't forget to edit this here. This needs to be the name of your script. Script AdManager. Also, you don't have to do this, but I always like to put, end of class at the end of my classes. Now we will go ahead and attach our script to our game object, AdManager. Okay, here is the script. Now we have 2 slots for Android game ID and for iOS game ID, and obviously the test mode, which should be on as we are testing the ads. Okay. And how do we get these IDs? Very simply, we go over to Edit Project Settings again, Services Ads, and here we have our IDs. Obviously you will have your own IDs, don't use mine. I will copy the one for Android. For iOS I currently don't need. Okay. And now we can run our project for the first time. We'll watch our console, and here it says Unity Ads Initialization Complete. Okay, when you get this, then everything is working fine so far. Now, before jumping into the code for our ads, we need to do this step first. Add units to our project. We will do this via the Unity dashboard. You can get to your Unity dashboard by going to the official Unity website. Then you log in with your credentials. Then you search for the dashboard. Or a shorter way to do it would be to go over to, again, Edit Project Settings, Services Ads, and here we have the shortcut to the dashboard. In the dashboard, we have a tab, it's called Explore Services. We go to Explore Services, now on Monetization. We click Monetize, then on Add Units, and then you will have some add units here. In case you don't have these add units, you can always click Add Unit. Then you select Rewarded, Interstitial or Banner. You enter the name, you go for the platform, and you click Create. I want to do this because I have it already. Okay. So the first ad we will be doing is the banner ad. Okay. Let us create a new script. And let's call it banner ad. Okay. Now what I like to do is stack all my scripts, all my ad scripts on one game object, which is the AdManager. So we'll take the script for the banner ad and put it on the AdManager. Maybe someone else would create a separate object, for the banner ad, then a separate object for the interstitial ad, etc. But I like to do it like this. Okay, so feel free, if you like to do it the other way, you can also do it the other way. Otherwise, just follow along. Okay. Now let's open up this script and head over to our documentation. We'll go to banner ads. Okay. And we will basically copy this code. We'll talk about the position later. Okay, let's copy this into our favorite code editor of choice. There you go. Just checking. Also, of course, don't forget to rename the class name to our script name. Okay, banner ad, very important. back to Unity. After we have saved our script, we can see now that we have some new elements here. The important part here is banner position. We'll get back to this just in a second. No need to change these two values here. These should stay as they are. We will make ourselves a custom button. Let's create ourselves a button. There we go, button. Okay, this will be a button. Banner ad. Okay. Show banner ad. Let's reposition our button. Something like here. Let's make it a bit bigger. Like this. Now we want our banner to show when we click on this button. To achieve this, we need to add a new on-click event. When we click on this button, okay, the on-click event, we add a new one. Here we will put our AdManager object. Okay, and here should be the function from our script on the banner ad. However, for it to show here, it needs to be public. We'll set it to public. Let's get over to our code editor. We are searching for our show banner function. Show banner ad. Okay, currently it's private by default, you know, it's private. We're putting here public. Okay, let's save it. Let's get back to sorry, let's get back to Unity, and it should be here. Okay, let's okay, here it is. Show banner ad. Show banner ad. Now, before we go ahead and run it, we need to comment out a couple of lines. This should be in the start function, this one. Okay. We don't need these lines, also this one. We'll load it manually. Couple of lines more to comment out. Again here. Down here as well. Save up. Now we can test our button. Just a second. And there it is. Don't worry about the placement ID is empty for now. We will address it just in a second. But the banner is showing. Okay. A quick advice regarding the banner position would be not to edit the banner position in code, since it's a serialized field. You can edit it in the Unity inspector, but also if you make changes here, for example if you write top center, these changes won't apply. You need to edit it in the inspector. So we go to AdManager. Let me first stop the execution. Okay, here you can see it in banner position, script banner at banner position. You can choose one of the options. For example, let's take top center. Okay, let's run. Just a second. Okay, we show our banner and here it is, top center. Okay. Now, before we move on to the interstitial ad, let's just quickly address this here. Placement ID is empty. The issue is Unity Ads needs to know if the ID is for Android or iOS. We'll quickly solve this by adding a couple of lines of code. The awake function. Okay, so here it will see if the current platform is Android, it will select the Android ID, and if it is for the iOS, it will select the iOS ID. Okay, simple enough. Let us now verify. First clear the console and let's see if the issue is solved. Okay, the banner is here. No yellow exclamation marks, so it's fine. Okay. So we can now move on to the interstitial ad. Let's start by first making another button. Okay, let's simply duplicate this. Okay, here's the, let's just first move it a little bit down like this. Okay, then let's rename it interstitial ad. Okay, let's also change the text here. Interstitial ad. Nice. Okay. Going back to the documentation, we are searching for it says implementing basic ads, but this is actually interstitial. Okay, this is the interstitial ad. Now we'll go ahead and copy again. Of course, change the name of the class. We will add a start function here. So we want our ads to be preloaded at the start. Okay. We can also see the show ad function is already public, so we can select it immediately on the button on click event, which we will do in a second. Let us first apply this script to our AdManager here. Okay, let's take the interstitial ad script and apply it to our AdManager. Okay, here it is. Okay, let's select our button and let's the AdManager is already here. Show ad. Okay, when we click on the button, it will show interstitial ad. So let's test it right away. Okay, no errors here. No errors here. And this is the interstitial ad. Okay, the interstitial ad can be skipped, and after it plays we can close it. Okay, doesn't matter, skip or close is the same. Okay, excellente. Now let's do the probably most interesting or most requested reward-based ad or reward video ad. We will do a similar, we'll approach it similarly. We can duplicate again this button here. We'll move it a bit down like this. Okay. Again, we will rename it reward ad. Also change the caption on the button. Now we will make a new script, C# script. Let's apply this script to our AdManager and open it up in our editor. Again, we go back to the documentation and we go to rewarded ads. Okay, let's see. We'll also do similarly here. We will copy the code. Into our editor. Of course, change the name here. Our show ad is public. One thing here you will notice is that this part here is a little bit different than from the previous examples. That add unit ID for iOS and Android. Okay, it's using these different keywords. For example, here in the previous one, we had it implemented like this. Okay. Here it's a bit different, so for the sake of consistency we will do it like this. Okay, so we will copy that part again in the awake function. Okay, this part here, and we will just comment out this part here. Okay, until here. Just for the sake of explanation, so this is the same part here. Okay, please notice there is a typo error I just noticed when I was trying to compile you know, the script in Unity, and the problem is here. Here it's small I, capital O, capital S, okay. However, here it's lowercase s. Now we want to be consistent with our scripts, so we will change this as well to be here. We will make a capital S here and also here. So what we can do, we will go to Edit, Replace in Files. Let's copy this one. We want to search this and replace it with this. Here, replace. Okay, so it will replace all these occurrences. Replace. Okay, so it should be consistent now. Let us check one more time manually. Yes. Nice. Head over to Unity, and now it has compiled with no problem. So back to the editor. We also need to make some additional small changes here and there. Let us make a start function. Always happening. Okay, and let's again as the previous one. Oh, come on. Let us preload or add. Okay. We will comment this one out. And this one. Here also. And this should be it. Okay. Now it's time to test again, but before we hit the play button, let's make sure our on-click event is set up correctly. So it's not a show interstitial ad, because it's here reward ad. Okay, it's show reward ad. Now let's see. Let's run this. Just a second again. Okay, let's click on show reward ad, and there it is. Okay, and we know that this is a reward based ad because there is no skip button. Okay, a reward video ad, when you watch it, you have to watch it until the end in order to get a reward for it, so you cannot skip it. Okay, simple. However, we have a small issue here. We have two null reference errors, and it's simply because back in the AdManager we haven't defined, you know, the show ad button. Okay, so simply drag it over here. This is the reward. Okay, we need to stay selected here on the AdManager, and we drag our reward ad button over here. And this should be solving this problem. We will check immediately. Okay, let's run it again. Okay, that's it. No more errors. Okay, simple as that. So this wasn't that hard, right? But for the sake of testing the solution, let's run it one more time and click all three buttons. Okie dokie, everything loaded here. We click on show banner ad, there's your banner. We click on show interstitial ad, we know it's an interstitial because we can skip it. Okay, let's say we have skipped it. And of course the reward ad, we know it's the reward based ad because we cannot skip it. After watching, we click close and we get the reward. We could also now implement some text here, some status text, so that we can show that the reward video ad callback is working. Okay, so let's make a new UI element here, some simple text, and let's call it status text. Let's move it a bit down, somewhere here. Add status text. Obviously we need to change the font color. Let's say something, yeah, white is okay. White. Let's increase the, okay, that's too much. 21 is probably good. 20. Let's center the text. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Everything is okay. In order for it to work, we need to make some small changes to our code. Let's go to our AdManager script and let's add a new variable here. And let's say add status text. Nice. We'll also need a getter function in order to get the status of the text, right? So it should be public. Return type is text, and we say get text. And we say return. Nice. Since we want to see if our reward ad callback is working, we go to our reward ad script and we will edit also something here. We're going to on Unity add show complete. Okay, so when the ad completes, we're going here. And here is also, it's already commented here, grant a reward. So the reward should be granted on this line here. So we can do something like, first we need to actually get the component, but in parent, because our parent is AdManager. Okay, so get component and parent. Okay, where are my arrows? So here we are searching for the script AdManager. Okay, and then we say dot text. Okay, and the text will say, because we're changing the text. Okay, and let's say something like actually, let's say like this: you get a reward. Now we go back to Unity. Okay, what is this should be, don't worry, this is because we haven't include it. Just a second. We need to include our UI. Okay, Unity Engine UI. Sensei, are you drunk? What is it today about these typos? All day only typos. What is it? Hopefully no more typos. Okay, no more typos. Now we will add our add status text here. Now let's run it quickly and see if add status text is working. Okay, nice, let's click it. Good, okay. So far, now we should be getting a reward. Close and yep, you get a reward. So the callback was good. You can also see it here. Unity ads rewarded, ad completed, which means the ad was the ad completed and we get a reward. And now before we wrap up, one important thing to note here is after you build your game, okay, when you have finished testing and now you want to build your executable, you want to ship your application, you will need to disable the test mode, okay, which you will do by clicking here, and also in the project settings, edit project settings, disable the test mode, okay. Now, so far so good. What we can do now, or actually what we should do now, is to test our solution on mobile device, okay. So let me connect my mobile to my computer and see you in a minute. Okay, so this is my device. Looks like I will have to zoom in a bit. So let's zoom in. Okay, so I'll press now the show banner. And there is the banner. Now I press the show interstitial. This is the interstitial. You can see in the upper left corner, you can skip it. Now we'll have to wait a couple of seconds. And now the reward ad. Okay. Cannot be skipped. Okay, still playing. And that's it. Very good. So there you have it, how it looks on a real device. Okay, my dudes. Thanks for watching. This was part 1 of monetization in Unity using Unity ads. All the scripts are available in the description down below. Also, don't forget to check my project on HIO 1941 on 2D shooter. Part 2 of this series is coming soon, and hope to see you there. Goodbye.